Welcome back to the Huddle on 840 Fox Sports Radio. Happy St. Patty's Day to you and yours. If you're not wearing your green, make sure you bust it on and don't bust out that lame-ass excuse like Jake Berry.
Me Lucky Charms.
It's on my underwear. Dude, represent.
Well, the underwear's green now.
It's not because that was the original color. Well, let's get back to the phone lines. We're joined by PSA baseball coach Marco Guajardo stepping into the huddle. Marco, good morning, brother. How are you?
Good morning. Doing great. How are you?
I'm good. Are you out shooting some bucks this morning? You relieving a little stress?
It would have been nice.
Hey, you've had a rough 48 hours, bro, with 2 days ago taking on Hollins and South, Tony Leal and the team out there, and then yesterday Corpus Christi Carroll. Tell me about them.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's always tough playing a team like that, especially being the number one team in the state. It's tough. It's not easy. And then coming off a big district game with Iron and South, like you said, it's always tough. It has been pretty special. Not the greatest spring break you can think of.
Well, you know what? When you're rolling the way you guys are rolling, though, and an opportunity to face the big boys, it was like they always said in wrestling: to be the man, you got to beat the man, and you guys gave a pretty good fight.
That's true. I think we played them well. Both times we played them. We played them also in the Sherryland tournament, and I thought we played them pretty good. Talking to the coach, it's always great to face competition like that. It's just tough to face that kind of pitching, but it's great. It's a great opportunity for our kids. Great opportunity for our community, really. To face talent like that, it's just great.
We had our man Joe Bowling on the show a little earlier, and he was telling us that the guy that you threw yesterday, Morales, he would probably be your number 2 man on your rotation, right?
Yes, he has been my number 2 on the rotation. He was very solid for us last year. He basically was undefeated in the district, and he's done really well. He didn't have his best outing yesterday, but he's been tough. He didn't do too bad.
Well, besides giving up that one triple to Hawkins, he pretty much shut him down for the other 4 innings that you had him in there.
Yes, he did. He didn't do bad. He had a little bit of location problems, but he's got a lot of movement on his pitches, and he does well. Aside from that triple, really he didn't get hurt too bad.
Marco Guajardo is the coach of the PSJA Bears, and they are having a successful baseball program so far. Came up against the Corpus Christi Carroll Tigers yesterday, and a little short, 8-1. But when you're playing the number 1 team in the state and one of the better teams in the nation, I think that's a loss that you can learn a little bit from. Marco, talk to me about Brian Ramirez and how good this kid is on your team.
Oh, Brian's been a great asset to our team. It really hurt us last year. He had a shoulder surgery. And he probably would be my number 1 pitcher, and he was awesome on the mound before, but he's really come through big time with his bat. He's by far our best hitter. He hits the ball real well. And, I just hope it continues throughout the rest of the season, and I think he's got a great future in the next level.
How are these guys, how are you, you've been coaching there for a few years already. What experience do you share with the guys about when you played for the Bears and what you did and your career as a baseball player?
I think it helps. I think it helps that I play at the next level, and I can come across to the kids real well, and they respect my judgment. They respect what I've got to say because they know I've been there. I've played some pretty top-notch schools, and and it was a great experience. And I tell the kids, to take what it takes to get there, and it's awesome. We got a lot of tradition there at PSJA, and I tell them since I played baseball here, we've always had a lot of tradition, and baseball's been big here in PSJA, and it's continued. It really has. Even when I started coaching, it's just been great tradition. We've had great players come in and out.
How often do you rely on a couple of the other old schoolers? Maybe your own cousin Ruben, bringing them in and teaching these kids a little something that I'm sure that they've worked with them through the city program on a one-on-one basis, haven't they?
Oh yeah, they've done an excellent job. These young programs like Ruben, for example, and there's a lot of there's these little travel teams, and they've done a great job. I kind of wish it was like that before. They don't have those. They didn't have those programs back when we played, and nowadays these kids are getting a lot of special instruction, and it shows. It shows that they're at another level now where you got. And it's everybody. It's the whole valley where you got to really be up there to compete. It's getting better where we can compete now with the top-notch schools.
Yeah, when you've got when you're bringing Carroll down to play some teams and you're giving them a run for their money. Obviously you're doing something right there, brother.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's evening out. It's evening out. We're being able to compete with these teams now, and we're doing much better here with and it starts with the little league programs and all that.
Yeah, there's no denying that little league program is the foundation, and you just build up from there and keep these kids involved and really help them develop their passion and help that game flourish a little bit more.
No, yeah. I think baseball is probably the biggest sport where these kids can be successful at the next level.
Yep. All right, brother, we appreciate the love. When's the next time the Bears are going to be in action?
We play Tuesday, our next district game against PSJ Memorial. That should be another good matchup. They're doing well too. I know this district, it's 5-year dog. Everybody's tough. Anybody can beat anybody on any given day. But we got Tuesday PSJ Memorial, and then we go and then we play Edinburgh at home on Friday. So we got a tough week.
Yeah, you got a pretty exciting week ahead of you, my man. I look forward to catching up with you soon, bro.
You got it. Thank you.
Be good, Marco. Marco Guajardo, coach of the PSJ Bears, joining us here on the Huddle on 840 Fox Sports Radio. Classmate of mine since, I've known Marco since we were in 7th grade at Austin. Now it's Austin Middle School. It was Austin Junior High at the time. And glad to see the success that he's having on the field there with the Bears.
Yeah, there are actually some, big losses last week in that district. I know Edinburgh North lost to PSJ Memorial. Then they came back on Thursday, and they beat Edinburgh 10-7.
Wow.
So, yeah. So I was very happy for Edinburgh North that game because they, my nephew came in and got lit up like a Christmas tree.
Here we go. It's the Jake Hates His Nephew segment of the show. But sit back and enjoy the therapy.
No, but
we provide Jake
open.
a little love and try to figure out why.
and if you happen to be an uncle listening and you have a nephew, don't treat him like Jake.
Just,
This is the opposite way to be.
No, it's a good way to build your self-esteem.
Character.
Self-esteem too for me.
Build character.
For you.
Make yourself feel good.
No, but I talked to Tony Leal yesterday. He said that district is wide open. It's kind of crazy how everybody's kind of losing to everybody.
Well, as long it's one of those things that just makes it that much funner towards the end, and as things are bearing down, and it makes it that much
bearing down. You see that? You got to throw in something.
Got to throw in the bear reference, baby. Got to throw in the bear reference. Hey, by the way, can we give a tip of the cap to the UTPA Broncs? They earlier this week took a doubleheader against Texas A&M at College Station.
Yeah.
Lost the first one, managed to pull out the second one. So it's not a bad little mark on your record when you defeat the number 8 team in the nation at their place.
Yeah.
And they're getting ready for Tuesday. I think they traveled up to UTSA to take on the Roadrunners, and I think Thursday they're in Austin to take on the Horns. So that's going to be an exciting. There's a lot of excitement going around with UTPA baseball right now.
And they only have one loss, right?
I think it's the one loss is the one to A&M.
Yeah.
So I want to say that they're 9-1 in the season so far.
Yeah, that's
maybe
good
someday we'll have
What's
Coach
A&M?
Mantrana join us.
A&M's like 5th in the nation, or at the time.
They were 8th in the nation at the time.
Okay,
yeah.
wow.
So
that's good.
Hats off to the Broncs. We wish we could get some more Bronc alum out there to support the team on a regular basis and really root them on and show the program a little bit of love. But I was actually at UTPA the other day. Went into the bookstore. My, how things have changed when you haven't been there. At first, I didn't even know we had a bookstore. I just kind of bummed the books off of everybody else that I knew.
Can I make some photocopies?
That's it.
Did you have that class last semester?
You have the book with the highlighted answers? That's what I'm looking for right there. All right, so, we want to thank the guys that have joined us in the first hour. Joe Bowling, Isaac Torres, Raul Cáceres, and Marco Guajardo of the PSJ Bears. Second hour on tap, Michael Salinas. He is the athletic coordinator, head football coach. What else is he doing there for Edinburgh Vela SaberCats?
Well, right now he's hiring. So
is he really hiring?
I know they did interviews for basketball and for girls and boys basketball last week. I'm not sure what else. That's what I'd like to find out.
All right, so we're going to have hopefully Coach Salinas and his bag of information joining us here in the huddle on 840 Fox Sports Radio. Then we'll talk some women's softball, and we'll chat with head coach Stephanie Cantu of the Nicky Rowe Warriors softball program, who it was incredible seeing. I had never been to a softball game before, a high school softball game, and a friend of mine's daughter was playing. So we said, you know what, let's go out and we're going to support her. And it was interesting to see these girls play. And, to me, when I go to a baseball game, I automatically feel like I need to heckle. It's like it's an automatic thing. If it's professional, I'm going to heckle the players. If it's amateur, I'm going to heckle the umpires.
Doesn't seem like
I couldn't do it. I couldn't heckle anybody. And it was just watching these ladies and these talented ladies play a little softball and doing what they do. And I would hate, we played softball on Thursday. I would hate to get a pitch from one of these ladies because I think they'd smoke me. And if I strike out at slow pitch softball, I'd hate to see what they do at fast pitch softball.
You strike out in slow pitch softball?
Yeah, dude, it's like a regular occurrence.
Really?
Yeah, I'm almost as bad as Charles Barkley's golf swing.
Wow.
It's almost, I just don't have that one pause where he kind of sticks. I don't have that. But
open your eyes, man.
Nope.
Open your eyes.
Is that what it's about?
Softball parents are intense, though.
Oh, they are.
Yeah,
they are.
Yeah.
It was great. It was
Some
great.
of them are scary.
I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to my next game. The couple that I sat with, my buddy, he has a tendency to get thrown out as he's walking into the stadium. Like the umpires know him and they say, "No, you need to leave." So he'll watch his daughter play from the parking lot.
Wow.
It's not the first time. And it's gotten to the point where like it's a family affair. I think the entire family, mom, dad, and son have all been thrown out of the
Cousins.
game.
They have one of those stickers on the back of their cars, Mom, Dad, you're out. You're out. The whole family cannot be at the park. They got the posters everywhere.
Well, I think it was great. And, the officials, obviously I know those guys from, they officiate when we play softball and then they officiate the high school games. When I saw the official, he was like, man, he goes, I can't believe you're out here. I said, I'm watching. He goes, I'd hate to see you with a few beers in you. And I was like, I didn't even say anything to you, dude. I kept quiet the entire time, but I did let him know that we were scouting for our softball team when we decided to go co-ed because, that's just one of the things. We're going to take a timeout. We're going to pause for comments. We'll come back. We got more of the huddle right here on 840 Fox Sports Radio.
956sports.com.